Thanks for coming. I'm glad you could join me, especially since it must have been such a long journey to this coffee shop in such a remote, rural little town. I know it looks a bit empty, but this is actually quite busy for our local standards. But I know you didn't come here just to talk about how a coffee shop is doing. You wanted that info on the lead that I mentioned to you, right? About the vampire. Now, just to make sure again, you are serious, aren't you? When I first caught wind of you, that you were some kind of self-proclaimed vampire hunt, it was hard to take at face value. Anyone would assume that you're just some sort of role player, especially with how popular vampires are in media and whatnot. So you'll have to overlook some of my skepticism. Fortunately for you, I know that vampires do exist. I've seen them. That's why I was able to take you seriously. Well, somewhat seriously. The thing is, vampires are very powerful. And however powerful you think they are, they're even more powerful than that. From lifting cars all the way over their heads to running completely through, to catch up to motorcycles, to shrugging off bullets. Oh, there's a lot that they can do. And I'm not so sure that there's much you can do against them. So what is it you actually intend to do? What's your plan? How are you going to stop them? Because I don't really see much of a way to face them. You have to try anyway? You're not a very good vampire hunter, are you? Seriously, what are you going to do? Say, for instance, I was a vampire. What would you do against me? How would you stop me? Do you have some sort of magic bullet? Some sort of holy water in a gun or something? Oh. You need to get something from your bag? That's it? That little thing? A crossbow that shoots a wooden stake. I can't believe you barely even sharpened the stake. It's so dull. Saying you're not a very good vampire hunter was a bit of an understatement. Well, at least it's cute. There really is nothing you can do against me then. What do I mean by that? Oh, now you're catching on. Normally I'd just tease you and just give you a subtle hint, but I think that might actually go over your head, so I'll just say it plainly. Why do you think I invited you all the way out there in the middle of nowhere? Sounds like a lot like a trap, doesn't it? Like one a vampire would pull. I had assumed you were coming all along this way, knowing that it was a trap, some sort of ace up your sleeve. But it seems you actually were just that clueless. Now that, if you haven't caught along yet. Yes, I am a vampire. Oh. Do you think I'm not going to do anything to you because we're in public? And I'm an art? Oh, you poor, poor thing. You really underestimate me. Everybody, out. Stand by the doors and windows. Now it's just you and me. Surprised they're all my thralls. Everyone in this town is my thrall, you see. Well, other than you. You, for now. We'll see how behaved you are. I wouldn't run if I were you. By the way, I could sprint to the other end of the room before you even left your seat. In fact, I wouldn't even need to sit up to take you out. I could throw a coin with enough force to pierce through your skull, and with enough precision to hit a bird in flight. So why don't we just have a little talk? It's been so long since I had some good company to talk to. The throws aren't that interesting. Nothing in this sleepy little hamlet is other than you. It just so happens that I've known you for far, far longer than before I contacted you. A vampire has to look out for their own safety after all. I might be immortal, but you don't live for as long as I do without keeping tabs on all potential threats. And I suppose maybe you kind of count as a threat. Well, okay, not really. You've proven yourself to be toothless. It's really quite charming. It's so nostalgic. There aren't any vampire hunters these days. No one believes in us anymore. Much to their detriment. I think you might be the only one. You're intriguing. No, I haven't had any real entertainment in decades. Fighting vampire hunters was the only real spice in my life. But they're all gone now. Except you. You remind me of that time in my life. I actually had some thrill in it. And true, you're not a very particularly skilled vampire hunter. Once again, that's an understatement, but that's actually quite fitting. It adds to the nostalgia. You know, the other hunters weren't especially contempt either. I mean, they kept on getting scammed by conmen selling fake holy water. And it's because of that nostalgia that the highlight of my lonely nights was all but stalking you. Watching you go about on your day, scouring the internet inefficiently for leads on vampires, going to all the wrong websites, asking questions to all the wrong people. Absolutely adorable. Not that I was stalking you in a romantic way. I can assure you, just in a tactical sort of way, to keep an eye on you, to see what things you might be able to threaten me. I promise, really. That aside, I have taken an interest in you. Bask in the honor. So without further ado, you are mine now. Here, take my hand. I'll be going to my estate, and I'm sure even if it was next door, you'd get lost without me holding your hand. You honestly pointing that little toy at me? You know it's not gonna do anything, right? I could shrug it off getting hit by a truck, but your dull little stick isn't going to be very good at penetrating me. Oh, but tell you what, if you'd like, I can expose my chest. Give you a clear shot straight to my heart so you can just see how futile it really is. But seriously, your resistance is pointless. You're in the front of a vampire in a town consisting of exclusively their thralls. You're done. Give up. Well, I do admire it a bit, that you're willing to throw your life away facing me. But what about the lives of your loved ones? Your friends and family? That's right. I've been watching this entire time. I know everything about you. I know who you spend your time with, who you talk to, who you laugh with. Oh, I really hate it when you talk and laugh with others. So it wouldn't really be much of an issue if I removed them from the picture. And if you refused me, you rejected my kind and generous offer to take you in. But to be honest, it's a demand. But if you reject me, I wonder just how far my retaliation would reach. That's what I like to see. The sight of you putting your hands up in surrender. It makes me want to bite down on your neck right now. I think I'll have to restrain myself though. Right. Now I'm eager enough to crush it. I wouldn't want you dying on me. You're going to give me so much entertainment after all. You're the only interesting thing in my life. It'd be such a shame if yours were cut short. Which reminds me, your pitiful short human lifespan might be a little bit of an issue. I suppose I'll have to turn you, maybe. If you behave enough, I'll consider it. In fact, if you behave enough, I might even let you see your loved ones. I could keep them here as my thralls. But enough about that. We should head home. I know it's about time for you to watch your favorite show, and I'll give you the privilege of watching it with me. Honest to God, Papa John's pizza is like the best budget pizza. Like, it's not the nicest, but it is like the best budget pizza. Like, I've just ordered some then because it's a Friday night, obviously, and I'm full as fuck. Like, after like one pizza, so I don't know if I'm doing well with like my weight loss, and it's I can't even finish a pizza now. It's like I have to like put it aside and save it for another night, or what? But tell you what. It's the best budget pizza in town. Not the best quality. So, thank you so much for the support recently. And I'll see you all in the next video in a couple minutes, hours. I don't know. I gotta record the next video because I'm doing a double upload today. So, see you then. Bye.